Hey everyone, and welcome to another one of our videos. Today I'm going to be doing a review on this FORSTEEL hammock. It is a hammock plus a hammock stand, and grabbed this thing off of Amazon for just a little bit under 100 bucks. So I'm going to go ahead, take it out of the box, show you what it comes with, show you how it gets set up, and we will go from there as far as the actual kind of review and everything of it goes. So I'll be right back and show you what all we have to deal with. Alrighty, so we got everything unwrapped here, or at least out of the box. Still everything in the plastic. What this thing comes with is, on the left, we have two, what I would call uprights. They're basically the vertical portions of the stand. Right in the middle, you have two bottom bars, or frame bars. Those are what go on the ground. And then on the right, we have a crossbar. In the little pink bag, you just have a bunch of hardware that comes with it to assemble it all. And then we have the striped hammock itself in the upper left, and we have the carrying case that I did not know was included. But that, as well as the instructions, over on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of this stuff out of the wrapping and all, and get it started to get set up, and we'll see where we're at once we have some things put together. Alright, so I've started putting together the hammock frame. Really simple to put together so far. Basically, you get a bunch of these little knobs, and these are what hold together all of the framework. To put together the base, you take one base piece, you take that big crossbar, you just slide them together. And on the bottom, there's a slot on the cross brace and a hole on the base piece. And you just find that, get it all lined up, get the knob started to thread in, and tighten her down. And that's all there is to assembling the very base portion of this. And the same is going to be repeated on the upper portion as well with the uprights. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the uprights onto it as well. Again, same method, just using the little knobs and threading them into place. And I'll come back and show you what the mostly assembled frame looks like. Alrighty, so we have the frame put together now. The core frame, at least. Basically the base pieces, the cross brace, and the two uprights. Went together really easily, just using, again, those little kind of thumb bolts. One thing I want to mention, and we'll see how it induces longevity or affects longevity, is the fact that this is a little bit loose on the base cross beam of the frame. As you push the upright kind of forward and backward, it flexes, doesn't flex the cross brace, the base pieces are a little bit loose in the cross brace. So we'll see how that goes over time. May or may not be a big issue. Once somebody sits in it, it's not going to really move around, I don't think. It's just a matter of whenever it's unloaded, it's going to be in one position. Whenever somebody's in it, it's going to flex into that position on both sides. So again, I'll let you know and keep you guys posted in the description comments about how that goes over time. But I'm going to go ahead and assemble the rest of the hammock now. Final part of frame assembly is done, and it's just installing these hooks. Again, super easy, just like the rest of this. Basically, you have this hook that's all kind of one bolt. It runs through the frame from the outside, and it has kind of a curved washer built into it. And you have another curved washer right here that sets on top, and then a wing nut to tighten it down into place. The way that the hammock actually works, the string, or the end of it, will kind of come up and through this fork right here and loop down and around and into the hook right there. So it's time to go and string up the hammock. We'll go ahead and do that and see how she looks. Okay, so a little bit of reconstruction that we're going to have to do after throwing the hammock on. You can see that we have the hammock strung. We installed the hooks in the top slot, like I showed in the last clip. And if you have a kid that is going to lay in this hammock, or maybe you weigh very little, that might work. But because it is in the top slot, that means the center of the hammock is going to be lowest to the ground. And with me, about 170-pound person, 180-pound person or so in the hammock, it touches the bar, or my butt touches the bar. So in order to adjust that, basically what we're going to have to do is move the hook down maybe 1 or 2 notches in order to force the hammock to have more tension and to force it up further and further. So whenever you lay down in it, it doesn't sag all the way to the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that and let you guys know what we figure out as far as weight balance goes. All right, so here's the finished product. We ended up moving the hammock mounts, the hooks down 2 notches. So it's in the 3rd notch from the top. And that is about perfect for anywhere between 180 pounds where I am, or about 2 people of about that same weight. So works perfectly. Definitely one other concern that I have with it is not so much related to it, but related to the environment. If you leave this thing outside all the time, because it's made out of what feels like a cotton type of material, I'm guessing it's going to degrade in the sun pretty quick, so I wouldn't leave this one sitting outside all the time. I would probably be inclined to take at least the hammock portion indoors, or make sure that it's in a shaded spot, especially with the heat that we have here in Arizona. But other than that, it seems to actually work pretty well. Super comfortable to sit in. And before I sign off, I want to show you exactly what it looks like from a kind of point of view shot from inside the hammock. And this is what the view from inside the hammock looks like. Nice and comfy and making me a little bit sleepy. So before I fall asleep, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.